another episode of Welcome to the NFT Jungle. I am Emma, aka Nifty Meta Girl, and we have an awesome episode for you today. As always, we'll be talking about some NFT updates. We'll be sharing our wallet updates, project updates, and then we also have an awesome interview with a good friend of ours, or someone that's become a good friend in the NFT space, Mr. Serc1n, and he is involved with Cool Lady Club, Cool Kids, High Draft Society, all kinds of projects. So we are excited. We'll get to that and have him tell us all about it. We are looking forward to that. With me today, we also have Boss Mom.
Yep, or Meta Mama at this point. It's up in the air. I got
Jaden,
all of them going.
Boss Mom. The good thing is she's here, and we're happy to have her.
I'm happy to be here.
And then we also have producer Gabe, making
Hello.
Sure we look good and sound good.
I try my best.
Yeah, I guess he's still here.
Not that hard of a job, is it?
Yeah, I mean, it really, you guys do such a good job. It's, all I do is just kind of cut everything together. So, yeah, super easy.
So you're saying we could maybe do it ourselves?
Probably.
I'm kidding, Gabe.
All
We
right.
wouldn't want to do it ourselves.
No, I would be sad. But, I mean, it would be great,
We
So,
wouldn't want to. We enjoy having you.
Good. I'm glad. I enjoyed being here. I enjoy being here every week. So,
Well, and as far as wallet updates, NFT updates, you have some exciting news to share with us this week, don't you?
I do, yes. So obviously, the date of us recording this is November 23rd, which is Brava's public mint date. So, which I minted mine. I did mint one, but I also got one sent to me from the team because I made some music. I find the project really, really inspiring. So I sent them, the music as a kind of a, use this if you want. I think it would fit the project really well. And they ended up using it. And now they're like, yeah, we're going to use it. They call it the Brava soundtrack.
That's awesome.
So, during our interview last week, I was like, I'll make you guys more if you want. And they were like, please do. So, I'm working kind of on getting more stuff sent over to them. So it's been really cool to connect with them and, really make that first clicking moment in the NFT space. You know what I mean? For me, just to be welcomed pretty much immediately and have something that I made used is really, really cool. So, yeah, I'm really, really excited for the Brava project, and it's really cool to hear that music used in their spaces, and I look forward to seeing what they use in the future for it. So.
Well, and
That's
it's really
super
cool
awesome.
to see how community connects, even if you're not directly involved with a team for an NFT project, that you're able to actually, to get involved and contribute and use your strengths to help them out. So it's really cool.
Yeah, and I mean, I think about it in terms of opportunity for the future, for people that be like, man, it'd be awesome if we had music for our project, and that's something I love help bringing ideas to life. That's why I'm working for you, of course. So, I look forward to what the future holds and what kind of possibilities there might be in the future for other projects. So
Very cool.
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, and then I guess my really only wallet update is I also minted my Brava this morning, and I am super excited to see what she looks like in 2 days. Correct?
For us, yes. The 25th is the day that they will actually be revealed. So
I'm super excited about that. That is really my only wallet update this week. I've been looking at some one-on-one art that I'm hoping to maybe add to my wallet for next episode, so we'll see. But you have some pretty fun updates, don't you?
I do. I also had registered for a pre-mint for Brava because it's a project that I really appreciate and I love everything they are doing. Of course, they were we got to interview and highlight Brava on our last episode, and so that again, our whole team supports them strongly. So I got my pre-mint yesterday, planning to mint a few others today. I know that this round is only 500, so going to be hopping on that as soon as we get off here to be able to get that done. But great team. And again, that's something we're passionate about here at MetaJungle, is supporting good players in the space. And so this week I've gotten the opportunity to meet other people I would definitely put into that category. And those are kind of the other updates to my wallet. So I've taken kind of a diverge from where I normally am in the space and have definitely fallen full into the one-on-one artist space. piece, and it's been so inspiring and definitely encouraging. And so far, I've gotten to add 2 more pieces to my collection. And with this world, I think it's maybe even a little bit more consuming because you get the opportunity to really get behind the scenes and meet the artist and learn about their work, which, in case any artists are wondering if that's important to a collector, for me, it's absolutely important. And I think I speak on behalf of all the collectors out there. Please feel free to share your work and tell us all about why you did what the story is behind the piece, even if you don't think it's significant. And even as a collector, if I see it a little bit differently, getting to see it from the creator's eyes, from their viewpoint, has huge significance. So, and along those lines, one of the pieces I added, the artist, his name is James Michael Andrew, and this is from his Alberta's collection, and the particular piece is called The Sky Above. And I love the story that he had started off with this particular piece to capture something totally different. The weather didn't cooperate, and so he ended up with this beautiful image. And so often in our days, things don't go quite as what we expect or what we plan, but if we have the right attitude, we can still make something great out of it. That was the message I received, but also with reading through his collection, that message shone through so well of like, you don't always know what you're going to get, but if you have a great attitude or make the best of it, good things can happen. So I love supporting that. The other piece I picked up is Nevin Johnson's piece. And this was a really fun project to see something more creative and just unique. But the collection is called Borrowed Time, and the particular piece is called Gone in a Flash. And I love the concept with this project that he found film or had film that was 20 years old, had been, and so of course was expired, and took this whole collection on that film, not knowing really what the fate of the images would be, if it would actually develop or not. And it ended up, these images did, I don't know the full story, but these did end up being developed. And also many of the images are different landscapes. And I love this particular piece too. It just has a really great, the whole collection has a great vintage feel, but this one in particular resonates with having a strong background in the amusement industry. I connected with this particular piece. And as we move forward to the metaverse, it's just really interesting to know to think about what's to come when the real world life transitions into more of a metaverse, what's going to come of attractions like this. So just an interesting thought, but also very supportive for the community and people I have enjoyed getting to meet. And a cool thing too with James Michael Andrew this morning, it was really cool because not only did we connect about, the piece, but he also mentioned that he was able to purchase a piece of a friend of his that he had been watching. And so it's really cool to see that being paid forward. So just a really fun experience all the way around.
Yeah. And they're definitely beautiful pieces. I looked at them, but like she said, it was so cool because as a collector, like we see one thing and like I interpreted these pictures as something totally different than Emma, and she's a collector, but then also reading the story that they put along, I'm like, that is so cool. Like that makes so much sense. I understand it a little bit better now, but that's just really cool. Like the story behind him as well. Like I love the one Gone in a Borrowed Time and stuff. Like that is just so cool to me. Like he went in there with this idea, didn't know if it was going to work out or not, and the pictures he got out are amazing.
Yeah, they really, really are. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to pick. It's hard to pick just one.
Yeah, they're very, very like there's so many talented artists just in general, but especially in the MetaJungle Discord. Like I go through the channels and I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. Like it's amazing after amazing after amazing, and you're just like, holy smokes, there's so much talent in here. It's crazy.
It is. It's been absolutely just overwhelming and immersive, to go through and, get to read all about that particular artist, about their artwork. And just also the interaction between the artists has been so amazing. I've kind of learned that there's a whole community there that is supporting each other and cheering each other on. And that's just amazing.
It really is. It's not like a buy mine instead. Like they're so proud and happy for each other and to see each other succeed. And that's just something I think is so beautiful. And especially with everything going on today, I just think it's so wonderful that everybody wants to lift each other up and watch each other succeed. And you want to succeed yourself, but you don't dwell whenever someone else is succeeding. You are happy for them, and you're just happy that the community as a whole is growing and succeeding.
Definitely. I saw a post from another collector over the weekend, and it was kind of the way I interpreted it. It may not have been his intention, but the way I interpreted it was he was kind of telling artists that he didn't have as much value in the celebration after a sale. So it was an interesting point of view, and several artists shared and other collectors shared. So those kinds of opportunities to learn about both viewpoints is really interesting. But from this collector, I love seeing the celebration, because I also understand that when you're putting your artwork out there, there's a lot involved in that process, from creating it and knowing whether somebody's going to like it and appreciate it and have value in it. And so, when you're creating something, I see that in creating a business. When you're creating it, you hope people are going to like it. You hope they're going to enjoy it. You hope it's going to be a great experience for them. And so when you connect with someone that can see that and appreciate it the same, it's really fun. And that's something that's extra about this NFT space, is that you do have the chance to actually make that connection. And so I think it's really awesome, and I appreciate it very much.
Me too. And that's something, I guess, since we talked about it, we should go on ahead and ask, do you have any updates on the MetaJungle?
Things has been, over the weekend, we've had a lot of different artists join the Discord. And that was something that had kind of been slowly building, but over the weekend, it really has taken off. And it's so much fun to see everybody have really understanding and embracing our concept for this community, which is to have a space where artists and creators can connect and be able to share input and be able to really to celebrate successes and also talk about things that may not be working quite right, and be able to just really have a safe space to have that conversation and to be able to interact. And it's free. I've heard a lot from artists over the weekend and just in general about, chill spaces and shilling spaces and how to find artists and how to find collectors. So to be able to start learning even to another level and thinking about ways in which we can really bring useful tools for the creators has been a really great, thought-provoking process. So I appreciate all the value that we're getting out from that. And
it seems to be something that all members of the community really appreciate too. I've seen a lot of people in there saying how they've not experienced a channel like this or a server like this, and how they're really grateful to have a place free from all the BS, if you don't mind me saying, and like free from all of it, where they can just come hang out, to have valuable discussions and get help if they need help, or just share opinions if they have opinions. And I just think that's so cool to have a space that allows us to do that.
Absolutely. And it's been really rewarding. You put, just similar to a project, you kind of have a vision for something, and it's really awesome when other people are getting it and understanding what you're wanting to create and participating too. So I'm encouraged and excited for all that's to come for everybody involved. So things are going great, and definitely we hear you, and we're working on creative ways to bring resources to share and highlight all the awesome artists involved in the space, but also provide those resources to continue to connect in different ways.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so now that we're on the subject of project updates,
yes.
Do you have any other project updates to share with us?
I know I mentioned that this has been something that I've been spending a lot of time on. And so as far as projects in general, I have a little bit of a few things that I've been watching. Of course, I've been watching Brava very close and encouraging them. But we also, I know one project I'm involved in that's going to be having things coming up is going to be Riot Racers, because it's one that's unique and different, but they've added an element where you have an avatar involved. And so that's coming up very soon. So I've been kind of catching up on that. And there's been so much happening with different projects in general that are involved in, Boss Beauties has been going crazy. Same with World of Women.
Yes.
I mean, just a lot of things
crazy.
that have carried over from last week. So it's a fun time in the NFT space. So whether it's projects and PFP projects and generative art or one of one, I mean, it's just, I think it's going to start becoming, just continue to be such a vibrant community. So I think photography it's going to have its heyday soon. I mean, things are going to seem like they're headed in that direction. And so I'm excited for what that's going to develop into. And the same with the music scene. It seems like that's just in creators in general, to be able to take the power away from people that have controlled it for so long and be able to empower the artists and the creators to be able to have their voice and have control and really be rewarded for their successes long term is just absolutely so awesome. So I am super excited to see that develop. And I'm seeing more and more people saying, hey, this is my first NFT. This is my first project. I'm happy to be here. So just a good reminder, one, we're all very, very early.
Yep.
And the really, really great things are to come.
Yes, that's very true.
So that's my project update. Is things are going great with MetaJungle. Super excited about how things are progressing, and I appreciate the community very much and really encouraged. And the same with the whole NFT space in general. I think it's going to be a great time. Gas prices have been dropping slightly here and there, finding some windows. So if there's something you've been watching, I think there's some good opportunity to be able to jump in. ETH is down, so be buying up if that's, something that you're excited about. But overall, I think it's a really great place.
Oh my gosh, I actually forgot to tell you.
Yes.
So, you know how I've been a big advocate for the 1989 sisters?
Yes.
Okay, so I was sitting at work the other day, and all of a sudden my phone went off, and they followed me, and then they sent me a message, and I was like, what is happening? Like, first Gary Vee, now 1989 sisters, like, what is going on? So I looked at it, and I do have to correct something. So I was a little wrong on their minting process. Everything, no matter how many you purchase or anything like that, is going to be 0.12 ETH to mint.
Okay.
So each one is 0.12 ETH to mint.
Okay.
But then they told me that they watched the episode, that they really appreciated us mentioning them, that they thought it was really cool, and that we need to get more women in this space, and they think that what we're doing is awesome. And so that was just that
feels good.
Right? It was just such a surreal moment, because it was a project that I've been really following, and I think is so cool. And I thought that was so cool. So
very neat.
Yeah.
And did they have any news this week?
Oh, yes. I also forgot to mention another exciting thing that happened for them is they actually joined the Hello Sunshine wallet.
Nice.
Yes, so that was really cool. Making really good strides for them. They are getting closer to selling out, which is really awesome, and I can't wait to see what happens in the future for them. And I think that I kind of overheard you talking about something maybe. I don't know if I'm supposed to bring it up, but you might have some exciting news.
Absolutely. So with MetaJungle, another update, with the community, we are very community focused, and as the community is developing and changing all the time, and it's awesome to be in this, in the Discord space, and also between Twitter and Discord to be connecting with folks, and really in live time be able to see what needs are. And as we learn more about, from both sides, from the artist perspective and from the collector's perspective, and figuring out how to make those worlds kind of connect and collide as best as possible, seeing new opportunities develop, being able to react to that and make opportunities happen. And so we are going to be doing a new event inside of our Discord channel.
That sounds exciting.
And so for artists, artists, there's a lot of interaction and community developing within, but having a way to organize that and really a place to be able to share things that they're working on and get some valuable advice has been something we've been hearing. So wanting to have an opportunity to be able to do that. So we actually reached out to one of our community members. His name is Mike Schmidt, and he is a award-winning photographer. I mean, his background is extremely impressive. His work is extremely impressive. And he has a motivation to help others. In fact, a quote that he shared is, when you add value to the space, you don't have to ask for value in return. The universe will work that out. And I just think that's
amazing.
Awesome. And so we're going to be starting something new in the MetaJungle Discord, that this Friday we're going to have an opportunity for artists to actually be able to share their work in a platform where Mike and some others will be reviewing artwork and giving some constructive feedback, and have a platform where others can interact and really be able to share what they've learned, share maybe some struggles that they've had, some successes they've had, and really start this off as a way, a safe space for growth and learning, and which I know will lead to success. So
wow, that sounds amazing. Actually, I mean, what you basically. I mean, you addressing it, like, it's something I've noticed in the Discord that a lot of artists have questions and things like that. So it's really cool that people are taking the time and you guys are helping, like, give them the information and the feedback that they need to succeed. It really is a community to help everyone succeed together.
It's awesome to see the motivation there, because it's not necessarily that people haven't taken these steps or taken action because they don't want to. It's just, and there's so much need, and there's so much receptive feedback there that people want to know how to do it, and they want to learn and grow. So it's so exciting being involved in that process of that information being exchanged, that help being given, and just seeing, everybody wanting to succeed together. So.
Wow.
Very excited. This is something we plan to do on a regular basis.
That was my next question. I was going to ask. I know you said a Friday, but I didn't know if it was going to be like a regular thing or not, but that's really cool.
Yep. So artists can submit their work ahead of time for review, and then we'll be selecting different ones to be able to be involved. But also community can come and attend, because there'll be topics that we cover for everybody to benefit from. So I am super excited.
That sounds amazing. I'm excited. I'm excited to see all the discussions that arise from it.
And it's along with what we do, it's going to be a no-shill environment. So people aren't going to be promoting their own work, but the whole basis is going to be for education, to be able to share things and talk about different techniques or different things to include in your description. Also, how collections come together. So if an artist is curious about how pieces might all fit together and how cohesive that could be, or how to structure a collection, all of those things that individually you might be unsure about or have questions about, but as a community we can come together and be able to share feedback, and you can get some educated and also unbiased viewpoints on how to make that all happen to be successful.
That's awesome. I really love it because I can see where the benefit arises for artists, but I can also see as a collector where it will benefit, because it'll be cool to go in and see why artists make the decisions that they make whenever creating a collection. So I think it's going to be really cool to be able to see how things grow and how things are built, and from an artist standpoint as a collector. So
absolutely. That's been one of the really encouraging things. And, we talked a lot about in the Discord channel about adding content to your descriptions and ways to stand out, and just learning from different artists why they make the decisions that they make, but also giving them the chance to learn from collectors or from people with experience on how how that has worked for them and their success. So we'll just be continuing that discussion and that process.
Wow, that's really cool. I look forward to attending on Friday.
Yes, I am super excited for sure. And along the lines of community, That is something we support strongly and appreciate our community. And so today we have an interview from someone that I think is one of the best community builders I've had experience of interacting with in the space. This is a creator of several projects in the space, but also he doesn't hesitate from helping others build their community and supporting them in their efforts, which is what the whole space is about. But Serc1n is someone that I've met through a Cool Lady Club.
Yes.
And then he's also been involved in other communities that I've interacted with too, and someone that I had admired and also had the pleasure of really becoming friends with.
Yeah, well, I've seen him. I've interacted with him in the Cool Lady Discord and as well as in the MetaJungle Discord. So I'm really excited to getting to talk to him because I've not got to interact with him as much as you have. But from those little interactions, I can just see how much community means to him and just how sincere he is about the NFT space and just people as a whole.
Absolutely. And so we had a great conversation. Unfortunately, the way technology works sometimes, we had a few mishaps with the audio throughout part of the interview. So we are excited that we're going to get to hear from him, but we've had to cut a bit of the interview with him himself, but we are still excited to be able to have that opportunity to hear some of his viewpoints from him himself, but just to also kind of recap and tell about the things that we have appreciated and learned today. He himself is a graphic designer and someone who was very active in that space, owns his own company, and also was working for several other people creating art, has an extensive experience with doing murals and putting artwork he creates onto different merchandise to be able to sell, which connects so well in the NFT space. Oh, yeah. And he went ahead. We learned that he was watching that market and started learning about NFTs. Yep. And thought, well, why am I not doing this? This is something that fits really great and a great opportunity. And so that's something we share is that passion where you see kind of light bulbs go off and connections being met with how NFTs can relate to real life and just the future and the opportunity for the future. And I really appreciate he seemed to grab a hold of that and has just gone full blast. He's been able to quit his full-time job and be able to focus on NFTs. But I think throughout the interview, something that rings true is his passion for looking at the big picture and for community. So from the community of people that are part of your project, but also outside of that, he made some really great points about how you are, as being a project manager or also an artist, how you can have your friends help and give support to your friends by doing different projects within yours, but looking at it as a whole and looking at your collectors. One of the quotes he said is, your collectors aren't just money, they're part of your community. So looking at it from that perspective that this is long-term and adding value to what they're getting from a project, but also seeing it as, steps forward and something for the future is what it's really all about. I mean, it just makes so much sense. You don't look at it as the one-time sell or keeping your floor price up. You're looking at building a community.
Yeah, and then on top of that, some other really cool things that we learned was where he was planning on going with all these. So like the merchandise side of things, how they're looking to dive into the metaverse since it is happening and it is coming, and how they're looking to make, they're already bringing NFTs into real life by, I don't know if you saw, but on Twitter, their giraffes are in a cafe in New York. Yes. And they have little barcodes you can scan. It takes you to their website, so you get to learn more about it, which is just such a cool thing to think about. Like, whenever you're combining NFT space with real world, it's going to happen more and more. So it's really cool to see the strides that they're already making. And there was just a bunch of different things like that where we learned about the future and how they're kind of planning on combining it a little bit. And it's just stuff that I majorly look forward to seeing happen.
Absolutely. It's exciting times. And along the way, we've mentioned, he talks to us about how he started with Cool Kid Club, which was his first collection, which is actually a 50-piece one-of-one collection. So used a photograph of his neighbor's son and developed the artwork there, which is a very unique collection. And it's awesome that it's one-of-one. So it's worth checking out. And Cool Lady Club, we talk a lot about here. But again, that was his collection collection, and I love how he points out that you don't have to be a woman to have a woman focused project, and that it takes everybody supporting women to make that movement succeed, which we're all about that for sure. And that was one of his viewpoints that made me connect with him early on. I could see that he was passionate about helping women get into the space and helping them succeed. And I love that message that you don't have to necessarily be a woman to support that movement. It's so encouraging and I think loving to have, the male perspective and having that encouragement with them feeling comfortable, finding a connection. He talked about why he took that project and minted all of it on OpenSea at one time, which is a unique thing for a PFP project to all be available. But he said he wanted the ladies to be able to go through and pick out one that they connected with, not having a minting process where they might get something that they don't personally connect with, but having that chance to shop, which, I love to shop. So
me too.
That connected with me for sure to go through, pick out the ones I liked. But just a great way of, thinking about his collector and modifying what the standard is to what would work well for them. So some really smart, thoughtful ways with that project. And, we've seen his involvement with, from there he met Crypto Dragonis, who we interviewed last episode. And that's where they met. And he's helped her with building a community for Brava and really supported her in those efforts. And also we've seen him involved with Fluffy Polar Bear and his involvement there, and also with Turkish artists in general, helping them have a voice and support that space. And now he's getting ready to launch another project, High Giraffe Academy, which is going to be minting December 1st.
Yes, and it's 0.03 plus gas.
Yes.
And one really cool thing that he told us is that within their smart contract, they actually they tried to make sure that gas is going to be lower than other projects so that it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to mint, which is really cool to me.
A great way of looking at it, and that has been a question, and I know several projects have postponed their mint or changed their mint date recently because gas has been such a problem. So such a smart way of going about it, to change your, to be aware of that and make modifications where you can, and that's just one of those additional ways of helping the community and making sure that it's making sense for everybody and setting yourself up to be as successful as possible. And so it's been fun to see his team come together for High Giraffe Academy. Through Cool Lady Clubs, we've been exposed to most of the artists that are also involved with this project. So awesome seeing people meet, collab, support each other, and then eventually have a project together. So really exciting things to come. And it was great to actually get to meet someone that I've interacted with over time, and I have a lot of respect for. He is one of the leading community members in the space, and I can't wait to see what's to come because I know that there'll be a lot of success in his future.
I know. I look forward for you guys getting to experience what we experienced in this interview. So it was pretty cool.
Well, without further ado, let's get to the interview.
And so very happy to invite Serc1n to be with us today. And so merhaba.
Merhaba Emma. Nasılsın?
Very nice to have you with us this morning. And so we would like to find out a little bit about you and also about the projects that you are involved in. And so could you tell us first, how did you discover NFTs? How did you get started down this rabbit hole?
Well, it's nice to be here because I'm watching your all episodes and I know you for a long time when I involved in NFT. You are such a warm heart behind this body because you are so friendly and helping everyone you see around you. I want to tell that I am happy to be part of this podcast. When I met NFT, it was like April. I was searching on Instagram and I follow many artwork accounts. I saw an artwork and she's saying it was an NFT. I told myself that why I didn't do that because I'm an artistic background. I have an artistic background behind me. So it started by an Instagram post.
Really?
That's awesome.
That is so interesting.
Yes.
And so with being so you are an artist in real life?
Yes, I am an artist, but especially I am a graffiti artist in real life. I also have my own company making artistic drawings with merchandise. I use these artworks on merchandise.
Very cool. So
That's
it was
awesome.
a natural fit, huh?
Yes, thank you.
And so, what are your inspirations for artwork in general? What do you enjoy?
I think I believe in community power. Yes, there is artwork behind the NFT. There are many artists, but the most thing involves me in NFT is community power. Because if you help anyone, that comes back to you sometimes. It's not a coincidence. It's your power. You create a community behind you, and you go together and you win. That's the point. But many people just think about, I want to sell my art. I have a photograph and I want to sell, and that's not true. You need to first communicate and told people. You need to be friend with collector. They are not money. They are not a dollar sign their face. You need to be a friend with all the things, all the people around you.
That's very inspiring.
Thank you.
And I can tell that that is a strong viewpoint of yours because it does come through in all the projects that you do.
Yes, because there are many people around me. I have many times to interact with them, so I use it. I'm not searching on Instagram. I'm not going out always. I am at home. I left my job because of NFT. That's the point. I'm at home all the day, and I help everyone because if I help someone, he or she is achieving something. When I see achieving, that's the point. It's making me happy.
That's awesome. And the first project that I met you in that you were involved in and how we connected was with Cool Lady Club.
Yes.
And I was drawn to the artwork for sure because it's beautiful. And you do such a great job of representing women in such a cool and confident way. So they're beautiful, but they just have a great confident air. We have one of our cool ladies right up here on the screen. And she's actually one of my collection, which I'm very happy with. But your sense of community definitely comes through so much in that project. But I was curious, what inspired you for this particular collection?
Before Cool Lady Club, I had a Cool Kid Club. It was a drawing of my nephew. He's young, so I took his photograph. So I drew it. When I see profile picture collections on NFT, I said, why shouldn't I do that? So I made it Cool Kid Club first. It was 50 items in the club, in the collection. So it sold out like 20 days. When I created our Discord server, people say to me, why don't you follow your journey and start another collection? I thought about it. Why not? I don't create a Cool Lady Club, because there were women-led projects in NFT, like World of Women, Fame Lady Club. But I am the man behind the Cool Lady Club. I think you don't have to be a woman to create a NFT collection mentioning women, because men need to support more than women in NFT. I believe in this.
How awesome. I always love hearing other perspectives like that, because sometimes it's important to get women more involved in the NFT space, and projects like yours is such a great way to do it. And I mean, we both have it, and it was one of my first NFTs I ever got, and I'm very, very proud to be part of the Cool Lady Club. So
thank you. It's happy. It makes me happy to be first NFT of someone.
Well, and I know when I got started with the community, something that was so electric for me, or just I connected so much with, is you give back to your community so much. So you have a different perspective all the way through, really, with the project being pre-minted on OpenSea and all set at the same price, and then doing a lot of airdrops with other artist friends that you have. Just definitely a different, more of a giving back to the community and encouraging people to be involved. And so is that something that comes naturally for you, or what inspired you to do that?
The main idea behind this, I want my holder them to choose which Kool-Aid they want. They can buy it. If you mean from website, you mean the thing you don't like, you sell and buy another one. But I want to show all the cool ladies. So many people choose the lady they look alike themselves. So that make me happy because they see options and they can buy fixed price. That's easy to choose, I think.
That's something I really respected, is that like you can go through and find one that you actually connect with, which sometimes, like you said, you don't always get whenever you're just minting a project. And like, I love that part of it. The Emma has one, and I don't know if she's ever realized this or not, but every time I look at it in her wallet, I'm like, I wonder if she bought that because it makes her think of her, because it makes me think of her. Like, it really does look a lot like her to me. And that's so cool to me. And I don't know if she's ever realized it, but I mean, it reminds me of her. She seems she seems just like a boss, and like it like kind of looks like her and everything. And I just think that is so cool that you can find pieces of your collection, or that's the reason that you did it, is to find, or so people can find ones that they connect with. Because I mean, that's what I enjoy about it. That was what I thought was really cool about it.
Thank you very much.
I think it also is it's a great project that I think that you may see inspirations of women that you know, and it's a great opportunity to give as a gift as well, to be able to share with women that you may know. And so even I know that there's been several guys in the Discord that have mentioned that they purchase it for their wives or for their daughters. And that's just I think it's a great way to get other people involved in the space and be able to connect on a different way. So it's been really, really cool.
Thank you very much. I am honored. Thank you.
It just adds a lot of value for the community, and something that we share a lot with other folks as we're talking about projects that we're involved in. I know we talked about Cool Lady Clubs a lot, and I'm glad to add a cool kid to my collection too. But it is, as you're getting started in this space and just learning and exploring, it's awesome to have that network of people that are unique and talented, but yet connected, because it can be a little concerning, or you don't always know which projects to get involved in. But when you have a common thread throughout, or a friendly face, that helps a lot with navigating through the space.
Yeah, of course, I believe in the community power. I say every time, this is my credo. I tell everyone, if you want to get, if you need to sell your NFTs, you need to interact with people, because that's not the marketplace. Yes, the name is marketplace, but you are a human. You have a face. You need to show your face, I think, because people need to know about you, know about your hobbies, your reactions. So it's the point to show yourself and interact with people in a Twitter or other platforms.
That has been a really fun part of the NFT space too for me, is because, and something I've connected with, is getting to actually meet people from all over the world and learn about what they do, like they're excited about. And it's just such an exciting opportunity. Normally when you see artwork, you don't get to meet the people behind that are actually creating it and hear about why they are and what they're doing. And that's just something that's just really awesome to get to connect with. And you do a great job of doing that.
Well, that's the other
Thank you very much.
That's the other cool thing about the NFT space, is it opens your eyes to artwork from other places. Like beforehand, it's kind of like you see it online every now and then, but in the NFT space, something I thought is so cool is that like commonly we're seeing artwork from just everywhere. In our Discord, we're meeting people from everywhere. They're sharing artwork from everywhere. And that's just something so cool I think about the NFT space. Is beforehand, I didn't have that opportunity. Well, I had that opportunity, but it was much harder to find that opportunity than it is now in the NFT space.
We've talked about several projects that you're involved in and that you have, that you're helping with on a regular basis, but you have yet another project that you're doing too, right?
We have High Draft Academy project. as you know, but we need to tell about more about this. We started 5 months ago for the High Giraffe Academy. We have a good team. I believe in team and hard work. So that makes me excited about this project and launching on 1 December. We are so excited about it.
And so that again, that's going to be the project's going to be minting on December 1st, right?
Yes, right.
Very good. And why with the giraffes and the art are fantastic, but tell us about the academy part. Is there a part that puts giraffes and are they going to school?
The thing about the academy is like if you are a holder of High Giraffe Academy NFT, you are a part of academy. Academy is actually what I do. This is the learning place for the holders. We will share all the experiments about how to launch a project, how to draw something, or how to involve somewhere people. We have very big knowledge about NFTs or communication, so we will share our knowledge with our holders.
That's awesome.
That is fantastic. That is real world utility.
Yeah.
Yes, it's kind of real world utility.
Definitely.
And it's something I think more and more people are going to find useful, especially as the space is getting bigger and more people are trying to enter it. Like that's going to be great for first-time NFT creators, collectors alike. So that's really awesome.
Yes, while they are collecting NFT, they will also collect knowledge.
That is awesome, and I just want you to know that we're here to support you, and we're so excited about all the projects that you have going on, and just really also the voice that you have. The strong voice that you're presenting for the NFT space, your ability to create community and such a big picture viewpoint. So not focusing on one project or even, like you said, the success of one project or looking at your collectors as, a sale, but looking at them as a friend and, building community for the long term. That is so inspiring. So definitely I have a lot of admiration for your viewpoint. And I think that that's kind of that's going to be the basis of your success.
I want to add that if you create a strong community, people don't look at your floor because in Cool Lady Club, I'm checking floor. Floor is still the same price that they mint. No one selling below the floor because they enjoy the community. They meet new people and learn more things about Cool Lady Club. So they don't need to sell the Cool Lady Club because community is the key. Because so we are creating a community for High Giraffe Academy also. That will be the good thing we are working on.
That's wonderful. And that is definitely, especially in the PFP space, there is so much talk about floor price and, the volatility there and how, and so that's a really great message for how to create a community that has a stable foundation and a stable community, is not worrying necessarily about where you're going, but provide that added value and that utility for your community. And that's why people are going to want to stay.
Of course, community is the power. So you need to keep them hyped and happy in Discord, everything.
I completely agree. Well, I am so excited about the mission of the High Giraffe Academy because I think it fits so well with your strengths, and it's so rewarding and exciting to see creative people that are able to really show their strengths and be able to be successful with, by doing the things that they do really great. I mean, this NFT space gives you an opportunity to take what you're really good at and really put it out there and be able to provide resources and network and become successful, and everybody's successful together. I mean, I haven't experienced this before on such a level, and it's just so exciting.
Thank you. I love sharing my knowledge. If the people do this, the thing I do, we will grow together. That's the point.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
That is awesome. And that is the point. And that's the key, is growing together, sharing and growing together.
Yes.
And so we're so excited for High Giraffe Academy to be minting on December 1. What do people need to know about to prepare for Mint Day?
Our mint price is 0.03 plus gas, but we will keep the gas low for the project.
Awesome.
That is very cool.
Thank you.
And so we need to make sure that people are joining Discord. They can find you on Twitter, find you on Discord. We'll have links in the description below so people can check that out.
We will share more things about the project soon.
That's wonderful.
I look forward to seeing more about the project. That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Thank you very much.
Well, I also know that you are a very busy guy, and I know that keeping up with the community and what's happening in every single time zone can be a challenge and can be a lot. So we definitely appreciate your time with you to get to spend this much time sharing and getting to learn more about everything that you do.
Thank you. I appreciate your support for our projects, and also you are the best person I've met in NFT. You are helping many people. I see you are getting interaction about people, helping each other. Created a MetaJungle Discord. That's a huge thing for NFTs. I haven't met anything, any Discord like this. They are joining Discords like they are chilling out and going. And the thing you are doing is best for now for NFT.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. It really does, especially from someone like you. So I'm so glad. Thank you very, very much. And that's something we are very excited about, is getting to give that opportunity for people to come and just feel like they have support in a community and free from shilling. And I know people don't always understand why, but it's just something we're passionate about, from being a business leader and a business owner in the real life, getting to help people and see people grow in that space, in the NFT space. Is just it's just I'm thrilled and so honored to get to be involved. So, and it just means getting to meet people like you and hang out with people like you. And I look forward to seeing everybody succeed together. It's just awesome.
I hope so.
That's something I really admire about both of you, is you're both so busy, yet you still take time to help other people in the community. And that's just so awesome to me.
Thank you. I sleep like 2 or 3 hours in a day, but it's okay for me. I'm happy with that.
I know I didn't sleep a lot beforehand either, but this is a whole nother level.
I don't know how you guys do it. I do it because I just had a baby and I complain, and you guys are like, oh no, it's okay. I'm doing it just to help people and have fun and everything. And I'm like, oh, I could use some sleep. That's awesome.
Of course. Projects also our babies. We are about to grow our baby in 1 December, so we need to we need to spare our sleeps for our babies for now to make it grow bigger.
It's a great way to look at it.
Well, and we definitely are looking forward to this new baby and all the ones to come. So we'll continue to be involved and updated, and definitely encouraging you every step of the way. So thank you so much. And thank you for all you do for the community. And it's such an honor. So we appreciate you very much.
Thank you, Emma, and thank you, NFT Mamas. I'm very honored to be here and with you to interview about me. That's best thing for me in NFT for now.
Well, we're happy to help.
Thank you very much.
Well, and have a great day. Take care.
Bye.
See you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Well, Jaden, I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed that conversation.
I really did. It was really cool because I know that you have interacted with him a few times over Discord and Twitter and stuff, but I've only seen him. I've said hi a few times, but I've never actually got to interact with him. So it was really cool to actually get to meet him and learn more about him and just kind of hear why he's in the space and what he plans to do in the space. And I understand why you want to talk to him so much now. Like, that's amazing. He's an amazing guy.
He is, and I'm glad he joined us today to get to learn more from his perspective, and also just to learn what a genuine person he is. And I learned a lot about the projects he has coming up as well. And so part of what's awesome about this space is getting to connect with people that share the same viewpoint as you do. You know, we could kind of end up saying, you know, that's my kind of people. Well, It's nice to meet your kind of people.
It really is. And that's like you said, for one, it was really cool learning about his other projects, because I know that we both are members of the Cool Lady Club and you're a member of the Cool Kids. So it was really cool. And I had looked into the fluffy polar bears, so I'm a little upset I didn't go on ahead and do it because now they're sold out, which I guess I could buy off the secondary too.
Mm-hmm.
But it really does make me look forward, especially learning the story about the High Draft Academy and what the Academy part stands for. It makes me really look forward to hopefully getting in on that project. And I'm planning on minting in, and it's something I think would be really cool. So got to set my calendar for December 1st.
That's right. And, you know, for a lot of new people in this space, that's the question you get is, how do you know what's a good project? You know, how do you pick between different opportunities? And so oftentimes our advice is to look at the team, you know, look at who's behind it and see what they're contributing to the space. You know, there's, again, a lot of bad players out there, but someone like this that sees it as a big picture is giving back to the community, not just his community, but all kinds, you know, anybody that needs help. That's something that you feel good about participating in. And you know that one, they're going to have the best interest at heart for the community. They're going to be following through on the promises that they set. And there's also long-term value in that project. So looking forward to minting on December 1st. And please jump into their Discord, find them on Twitter, and learn more about it, especially if you're a creator and looking to start figuring out this space. It's an awesome resource. So
100%.
Yeah. So great show today. Definitely got to highlight a lot of the good players, and just I know for me, I'm encouraged this week and really excited about the future. So it's always great to get to connect with people, and look forward to continuing to do so.
Definitely. After the week that we've had in the Discord server and other servers, it definitely makes me excited to see what the future holds.
Yep, absolutely. So thank you guys for joining us, and we'll look forward to next week.
Bye.